Bonoiti, Kalandiak, good evening everyone. I'm feeling grateful and honored to present to you at the Independence Day dinner tonight. And I'm going to talk about environmental and social issues that are affecting Timor-Leste today. The key challenge is, 1. Agriculture provides subsistence to 80% of Timor-Leste population, with 66% of all households directly dependent on agriculture to live. Yet the nation is facing compounding challenges from climate change, poor land and water management, and widespread deforestation. Second, youth account for 67% of working age population, with only 40% actively participating in the labor force. And the third, a lack of centralized facilities and infrastructure, reduced efficiency and increased costs in hosting training, demonstration, activities, and programs, inclusive of all, to accelerate learning outcome. Permatil strategies to address these issues. So first, Permatil is stands for Permaculture Timor-Leste, which was established in 2000 after referendum and registered at the Forum National NGO Forum Timor-Leste on 1st of March 2001. Permatil focused on two major programs. 1. Natural resource management. 2. Permaculture advocacy and education. First priority is water restoration and catchment management using natural-based solutions. This program is being implemented in over 400 communities across Timor-Leste, and so far already over 300 water spring has been restored. This work is working with community to understand local ecology, slowing down the water flow to reduce erosion and flooding. With these activities inclusive of women and youth to implement this activity, so far around 40% of young women participate in this water restoration program. And for reforestation, Permatil just focus on planting multifunction tree species for sustainable land management, which is provide food sources for community, sustainable wood fuel, improve soil fertility, reduce carbon emission. And the second priority is focus on perma-youth in action. It's the youth, it's to guide youth to lead a sustainable nation future. So between 2008 and 2021, Permatil already trained over 5,000 young people across Timor-Leste through national and district Perma-Youth Camp. This is about the history of Perma-Youth Camp. So during Perma-Youth Camp, it's the youth training focus on leadership skill, innovation, traditional knowledge, inclusion, with sensitivity towards gender equality. And through Perma-Youth Camp as well, facilitate youth to express their creative ideas. The third priority is permaculture gardening in school, which is now already part of the national curriculum for Ministry of Education. This program is trying to facilitate learning in a living science laboratory. So far, Permatil has been established around 254 school gardens across Timor-Leste and benefit 42,000 school children engaged in this program. So, the school garden program is trying to shift them from passive learning inside classroom into an active learning outside classroom. And the school garden is benefit the students and their families. The priority 5 is Permaculture Learning Center in every district. Because of Permatil now focus on organize the district perma youth camp, and hopefully every district campsite later to become a permaculture learning center, which is focused on food, water, and climate resilience. This is to facilitate community leaders and youth to apply permaculture practices in their community with nature-based solutions. And the priority 6, scaling up from local to global. As you may heard that Permatil now already established registered Permatil Global in Australia with the motto permaculture everywhere, permaculture everyone, everywhere. So this organization as a charity organization, because Permatil has been published a book called the Tropical Permaculture Guidebook with 3 volumes, which hopefully we're going to develop the 4th volume focused on water restoration. And this is a practical guide to a strong, resilient, and sustainable community across the globe. So this also, because of the global resources, is called a gift from Timor-Leste, and making permaculture accessible to everyone, everywhere. As you see on the map, that already 23,720 chapters has been downloaded in 160 countries. All the Permatil's work is being endorsed by leaders, government, NGOs, and universities. And the work also inspiring communities and policymakers. For instance, President, Republic of Timor-Leste, just recently appointing me as a Goodwill Ambassador for Art, Culture, and Environment. And Ministry of Education is adopting permaculture, part of permaculture gardening in school. And Minister of Public Work also adopting Permatil's program on water catchment management and disaster risk reduction. And Minister of Public Administration also adopting the program Water Restoration into Rural Development. And Secretary of State for Youth and Sport also adopting Perma Youth in Action to include in the state budget. So Secretary of State of Youth and Sport now funded the Perma Youth Camp annually. And the United Nations and international NGOs. So all of this is about regeneration change, resources for building a sustainable future with food sovereignty and environmental regeneration strategy. So for those who want to download an online book of the Tropical Permaculture Guidebook, please go to permatilglobal.org with Pay What You Can. And thank you very much. Obrigado, Barak, for your attention.